Google domination.
Alright guys, we're going to go over something really important right now, and that is the power of blogging. Now maybe you've heard of blogging, maybe you haven't, but blogging is an extremely crucial element in this day and age for a company to thrive in the internet atmosphere. And to take part in blogging is a savvy decision for business owners no matter what your business is, no matter what your industry is, no matter what your niche is. And I'll show you why. First, blogging is a phenomenal way to bring in new leads to businesses and a great way to increase your exposure online. And so, I mean, really these days blogging is a major phenomenon, and some bloggers have gone from nobody, virtually nobody, nobody's ever heard of them, to internet stardom in a very short amount of time. And there's a ton of people out there that make a ton of cash by blogging, but what's important right now for you is how you can use blogging right now as a key element in your marketing toolkit to gain massive exposure online. Okay, and that's really rule number one. You always have to know why you're doing something when it comes to your business. But by using a blog linked to a particular topic, you can drive traffic to your website or business, and really blogs give people the capability to create discussion to massive amounts of viewers, right? In addition, you can use blogging as a means to create keyword-rich content, all right? And that's huge for Google, and that will be recognized and valued by the search engines. And if you are deemed to be an expert by Google or other search engines, you will be rewarded with tons of traffic. And when you do that, you can bring in more and more valuable leads to your business or to your main website. All right? And because Google's search results algorithm is heavily based on linkage, which really means that the more people who link to you, the higher you rise in the search results. So by getting hip deep in the blogosphere, you can basically rise to the first page of Google. Plus, if you are the rock star of content and free information in your industry, others will link to you, which will pretty much vastly improve your rankings and exposure online. Now the best part about this is that blogging is very cheap marketing. Okay, it's not like building a website, which may take an investment of thousands of dollars. Blogs are simple to make, and unlike, starting your own website, weblogs are created in just a couple minutes. And there are a few websites out there that allow you to do this. You can use blogger.com, you can use wordpress.com, which is my favorite, or Typepad, Weebly.com is another one, that's spelled Weebly.com. And they let you register, sign up, and begin your own weblog for free. Alright, and all that's required is an email and a topic to begin blogging about. Another great thing about blogging is that you don't need any technical knowledge. It's just really that easy. You can start it, they handle everything for you, you don't have to learn code, which is phenomenal. So it's just an easy peasy way to get marketing out there. And another benefit to using a blog to create traffic is that weblogs they actually attract a different kind of user, and they attract users that are extremely focused on a particular subject, which is your subject. And if these users find you, they are more likely to buy or subscribe to your website. One key warning though when we're talking about blogs, it's not just enough to start a blog. Alright, and a lot of people think that they can just throw up a blog and start getting in massive traffic. So even though you can start a blog in minutes, it takes a fair amount of work in order to get exposure. So what you need to do is start a blog that's appealing. No one will link to you, and your blog will have little effect on Google if you are not appealing. But if you get real in your blog, if you are 100% open, if you are interesting, if you post honest, daring information, you'll amass the quantity of links that you want to gain to become influential not only in the blogging world but in your industry and in Google. Alright, and you really learn how to dominate the search engines and get massive amounts of exposure. So I'm really fascinated by the power that blogs can have, and if you assume that the majority of people do research on Google to inform their decisions, joining in a blogosphere in a full-fledged participant manner may be one of the best things you can do for your company. Okay, so make sure you are informative, make sure you have a lot of free content, you are educational, you are entertaining, because you want to educate your potential clients or customers and become the expert in your industry, but you don't want to turn them off before then, so you don't want them walking away. It's not as hard as you think. So just learn how to blog effectively, and you could very well dominate your industry or niche or business in a very short amount of time. Okay, that's all I have for today. Stay tuned for the next video, but I cannot stress enough the power of blogging. So please start a blog. It takes minutes, and it could very well mean a world of difference to your company or business.
Google domination.